Hey y'all, let's go see what Joann's up to. Come along. Hey Joann!
How are you,
Come and
Bethany?
hang out with you a little bit. Good
Hey,
to see you. Oh, look at this. Hey Joe, you watching some football?
Yeah.
Just so great to be here with you. So beignets for breakfast, that's in your blood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just-
Because my grandmother used to make them, but we didn't call them beignets. We called them fried dough.
Oh.
And she used to give us cafe au lait
Uh-huh.
and fried dough. That's what we called it then. For breakfast every morning.
That is one of the reasons why I wanted to interview you today, because I just knew you would have stories like that to share with us. And myself, I'm still a new Louisianan, you know. I'm still getting in the culture here. I mean, I'm loving all of it,
Right,
and I just want to know about all of it. But to speak to someone like you, who has those stories.
Yeah.
So, I mean, where did you grow up? Did you grow up around New Orleans, or what's your story?
I grew up in Edgard, which is like 50 miles on the west bank of New Orleans, a little small town.
Okay.
And my grandmother, because my dad died when I was about 7.5, and my grandmother helped my mom raise us.
Oh, wow.
And my grandmother was raised French. And in my household, they spoke French and the Creole dialect. And so that's how I was raised.
When did you make a decision to truly follow Jesus and surrender all to Him? When did that happen for you?
Well, that happened to me when I was 52 years old, because my whole life, I never was in a point where I was religious. I mean, I just followed what everybody else did.
Okay.
We lived in a small town, and where we went to church, I just followed what everybody else did. And when my children came along, I brought them, what everybody else did. Then when my children went to college and then made lives of their own, and my son Darren, he was baptized in Atlanta. When he was living in Atlanta, he became a disciple and was baptized, and he's the one that reached out to me and said, Mom, I want you to, really go to this church and see what it's all about. He said, because I've made up my mind that, I'm going to get baptized. And I said, well, okay, honey, I'll do it.
Oh, wow.
His life changed so much, you couldn't miss it. And so I went a couple of times when he came down here. I went with him to church a couple of times. But, I just wasn't there, but the thing I saw about it was they preached the Bible. I had never, ever had the Bible preached like I could understand it. And I had never read the Bible. I was 52. I had never read the Bible. And when I opened that Bible and I started studying the Bible, I could not put it down.
Wow. I
could not put that Bible down. It was just, where has it been all my life? I just have wanted a relationship with God like no other relationship that I had ever had with anybody else. And right now, I just feel the same way. I wake up every morning wanting to read the Bible, wanting to pray, wanting to listen to the songs. That's just the way I feel.
You trying to get me crying over here, Joann? It's like, I need all these napkins. To make that decision to really, be humble. I mean, that's a very, we have to be humble, right? To really say, hey, I haven't been doing things, all the right way that God calls me to. And
Right.
so how was that? I mean, was that difficult, or was it just like you were just like, I don't care. I just want to be right with God. Like how did...
It was difficult. It was difficult because I had my whole life planned.
Yeah.
You know, I had gotten divorced and my kids were, making lives of their own. And my planned life was I had sold my home, I had bought a condo, I had a good job, I traveled in my job in addition to traveling.
Right.
So, and all I could plan was, well, what I want to do is just be able to travel and live, my life the way I'm living it, enjoy my children, when I have grandchildren, visit my grandchildren, have them visit me. That was my life.
That was the future, right?
Yeah, retirement.
Yeah. God turned it upside down.
Upside down is not the word. Upside down is not the word. Because I had said I would never get married again. I had totally said I would never get married again because that's not what I wanted. And then when God started, I guess, working on me, they say he's always working. When he started working on me and I started really maturing, in the faith, I realized that I needed to be not alone. And that what I had, I need to share. And so I prayed that God would send me a husband that I could share what I had and that we could have a good, godly marriage. And
there you go.
It happened.
Right. And it's Joe and Joann. I mean, you can't, just sounds like you guys just fit.
And where else would I meet a man from Cincinnati? But in the church.
Oh, well, on that note, I think we just need to celebrate just what God has done in your life. What are some things you enjoy just about New Orleans?
Well, the thing I enjoy about New Orleans is it's a big, small city.
That's what I say.
But the thing I like is the diversity of what we can do. Like there's a lot of stuff for people with children to do, but there's a lot of stuff for young people to do. I mean, lots of things. And there's music all over. Joe and I love to go and listen to jazz. And so we can go and listen to jazz. We like to go and eat out and go to the park. We can walk in the park. We can go to have coffee in the park. All these things. Go to the lakefront.
How would you, I'm sure we could talk days, right, about Katrina, the whole experience.
Goodness.
But just
yes, we could.
Thinking about your faith, like how did you build your faith during that time? How did you hold on to your faith?
Well, the thing about it is with Katrina, it was really hard living that time. And the thing that I really feel so good about Katrina, the only service we missed as a church was the Sunday of Katrina.
Oh.
Other than that, we got together some kind of way.
Yeah.
And in Baton Rouge, because at that time we were together. And in Baton Rouge, we would meet at Wyona's house or Terry's house, and we would have Sunday service, whoever was there. So we never missed a Sunday service, and that was just so awesome.
As a church right now, we are trying to focus on Grow NOLA and just spreading the gospel across the area and just sharing really what we've been given to other people.
Right.
When you think about Grow NOLA and think about dreams for the church, what comes to mind for you?
What comes to mind for me in the Grow NOLA and dreams for the church is really, I would like to see us bring more young people into the church. because I feel the future lies in young people. And so when we bring young people and young people who are sold out for God and who are willing to and love Jesus and being doing the things that Jesus wants us to do, I think that is just so inspiring. And I would love to see that more and more. Because every time we baptize a young person, like when we baptized Jeremy, I was like, I had tears in my eyes, you know, because it just like, this is what I love.
To see. Appreciate your heart for the young, and I think you have a lot to pass on, you know, to share your life and your experiences.
Right.
And just to end off our talk here, Joann, I just want to say I'm just so grateful for your humility, you know, as someone, as I said, is a little more seasoned in life, but you're just, you know, you're constantly just saying, oh, I need to work on this, or that helped me. And just that humility, I think, is very imitatable for the youth, you know, to see that in you, that you're not acting like I've arrived, I got it all figured out, although you do have a lot of wisdom and you have a lot to pass on. And I'm just grateful that you're here and that I get to learn from you, and just look forward to seeing what God will continue to do with you and with all of us as we keep doing this thing for God here in the wonderful city of New Orleans.
Right. Well, I really appreciate that, Bethany, and I'll tell you, I sure look forward to what's coming. I really do look forward to what's coming for the church. I
That's
really
amazing.
do.
I think we can kind of cheers to that, right?
Cheers to that.
Hey.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. This has been wonderful.
This has been fun. I want another bite of my beignet.